Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is New Year's Eve. It is 11 o'clock in the evening. My husband just jumped in the shower and I am quietly filming this video while my kids are asleep. I did not expect to film another video before the new year, but my Handbag Spa products that I mentioned in a recent video have arrived, and I guess curiosity got the better of me and I wanted to open it up. Plus, I wanted to wear my Chanel Classic flap, which obviously is why I ordered these products, because this is a pre-loved vintage, nearly 20-year-old classic flap, medium size black lambskin with silver hardware after a pretty disastrous experience at the Chanel boutiques on multiple occasions, and after returning 2 brand new classic flaps with quality issues, I wound up finding this beautiful lambskin one on Fashion File for a freaking amazing price, if I say so myself. It was under $3,500 and it's in really good condition, and I'm just so happy with it. Obviously it's got some creasing and some wear, and the quilting is flatter, but like I said, it's because this is a 20-year-old bag. It's from the 6 series, made in the year 2000. But I'm really happy with this bag. The only thing is I wanted to wear it for the first time tomorrow on New Year's Day, but I wanted to do a full-on antibacterial cleanse because who knows where this bag has been, and I don't know. I just want to have peace of mind that it's fairly clean. It's in great condition, but I don't know what might be on the bag. Bacteria, I don't know. I don't want to spook anybody out, but if you Google bacteria on handbags, you'll see all kinds of nasty stuff. So I thought I would try this out. Now, shout out to 2 of my lovely subbies, Leslie Craven and Maria. Oh goodness, I can't remember Maria's last name now, but Maria and Leslie both separately commented on one of my previous videos and let me know that the leather surgeons do amazing work in terms of cleaning, authenticating also, but cleaning and sort of like refurbishing Chanel bags. And so I thought, well, I've already ordered the Handbag Spa products. Do I just do it myself, kind of do it like a DIY project, or do I ship this off to the professionals? So I'm still a little bit conflicted. I want to see what the products look like. And these products here came from the UK and cost a total of about $66 US with tax and everything. And it probably took about 10 days or so to get to me. And then from what I understand, the leather surgeons for a standard spa treatment of the bag, it would be a couple $100s. And then if I wanted to take care of other things like there's this one area where the strap has slightly frayed stitch, and then on the inside there is this sort of indenting, these slight marks here. And my understanding is that for a little bit more, the leather surgeons could actually take care of all of that as well. So I don't know what I should do. I kind of don't like the idea of parting with my bag that I just, I waited so long for. I had to really hunt for this bag. I don't like the idea of shipping it off. Yes, I know that the leather surgeons are very credible. They have a great reputation. I did my research, and they do excellent work, and I think they're very trustworthy. And for the amount of money you pay, I think you certainly get your money's worth. But for me, I just don't know if I want to part with this bag. And I bought this bag to enjoy as it is. I actually was fine with the condition the way it is. For a 20-year-old bag, vintage, I was fine with the the creasing, because that happens very quickly on even the newer lambskin bags, just because when the flap opens and closes, it does crease. That's just how it is. And then obviously I would love for these little indentation marks not to be there. If this was a brand new bag, I would have protected this area with a piece of felt, before storing it, but I don't think the previous owner did that. But honestly, it's not a big deal. I saw all of this already originally on the Fashion File website, so I knew what I was getting, and I never intended to send this out to get any kind of treatment. I just wanted to kind of clean it myself and then start really enjoying it and wearing it. I know that there are a lot of people out there, and there have been some really fun YouTube videos of people purchasing really banged up Chanel bags, like so super banged up, that have tears, that have completely collapsed, where the lining on the inside is all bubbled out. The leather is so worn that, it's sort of like chipped on the corners, or, there might even be large scratches. And I think it's really cool because it's kind of like buying a fixer-upper house. If you get a really good price, a really good deal on it, then it's worth it. It's also really fun, I think. So I've seen a lot of videos where people buy Chanel classic flaps like this, but really, like I said, super banged up for maybe, I don't know, $1,500. In some cases, I've even seen $1,000. And they send it off to the leather surgeons, pay maybe $400 or so, and get it just really cleaned up. And what they can do is amazing. And like I said, I did my research. Although I have no personal experience with them, it looks like the leather surgeons, the owner or the founder's name is Jerry, and then he works with his sons as well, or he's trained his sons to take on the trade. But Jerry has also done leather work for artifacts at big museums like the Natural History Museum or the Metropolitan Museum, I think it was. And that's pretty big. I live in New York. I know what that means. I go to those museums a lot. And there are very rare and precious items in there. And if he or his team or his sons are the ones that are kind of fixing those up, then they must be really, really talented, and their craftsmanship must be superb. So, with that being said, I am still conflicted because I think it would be awesome to send this baby over to the leather surgeons and just to see how much better it will look on its way back. But since I went ahead and purchased these products from the Handbag Spa, which, by the way, also, of course, being me, I did a lot of research on this too, and they have a great reputation, and there are some YouTube videos out there of people recommending these products for their Chanel bags. So, okay, perfect. This is the one I was looking for, the Antibacterial Cleanse. It says Ultimate Handbag Health. Okay. So when I ordered these products, I meticulously checked the descriptions for each of them to make sure that it was appropriate for a Chanel lambskin. And this is supposed to be safe for lambskin. Let's see what the other products are. I mean, I obviously ordered them, but I can't remember now what I ordered. Oh yeah, Pure Hydrate, Dermo Protect, which is supposed to protect the bag from stains in the future. I think this was a trio, it was a set. And then this is a sensitive cleanse, gentle hydrating cleanser. So if you have a bag that has really sensitive, or I shouldn't say sensitive, delicate leather, maybe like lambskin, we could use this. So honestly, I don't know the difference between the antibacterial cleanse and the sensitive cleanse. So maybe I will need to, once I'm off camera, take a closer look and see if I can find a difference in the ingredients or the instructions. So for the antibacterial cleanse product, it says here, simply spray on antibacterial cleanse and allow to dry. If your handbag is heavily soiled, we recommend using Dermo Cleanse, okay, first to remove heavy soiling. Keep product away from children. Okay. So what's Dermo Cleanse? I don't have that. Sensitive Cleanse. Sorry guys, I'm just doing this literally with you in real time. I did not take a look at these products in advance. I had asked in my recent video when I revealed this Beauty, I had asked if anyone would be interested in watching me go through these products and, do my cleansing process, and a number of you reached out saying that you would be interested. So I hope this is interesting for you guys as a New Year's Eve video. This one says simply spray onto the leather and massage in using a clean, soft cloth, allowed to dry naturally. Ensure you apply to a full panel at a time. Okay, protect your bag afterwards with Dermo Protect, which, okay, I bought that. Okay, so I don't know what the difference is. I wish you guys were literally here with me, like live, so you could help me decide, because I'm a little bit freaked out to just start spraying. I don't know, I'm scared. Okay, maybe this is why people send their bags to professionals like the leather surgeons, because I clearly have no idea what I'm doing. What is this? This is just like the cloth. Okay, so I came prepared with cotton pads, but since they already provided, I will use theirs. So let's see what I can do here. You guys have to see me. I'm like in my pajamas. I usually wear contact lenses, but I'm wearing my nerdy glasses, and I don't mean like haha nerdy. I actually mean really ugly, funky glasses, because my eyesight is really bad, and I have glasses where they look like magnifying glasses. They're very thick and they make my eyes look tiny. So I'm not looking so hot right now, but then again, I never show my face, so I guess it doesn't matter. But let me see. So I think I'm gonna spray it on the cloth instead. I just feel like that feels safer than spraying it directly onto the bag. But let me smell this. You guys know I'm a very sensory and tactile person, but hold on, I want to smell this. Oh, so weird. It actually smells like leather. Okay, what about the other one? No, that's not it. No, that's not it. Okay, sensitive cleanse. Let me smell this one. I just have to. So I don't know, this one's leaking now because I twisted it by accident. It actually doesn't smell like anything. I'm going to do the antibacterial just because I feel like that's what I'm trying to do, kill the bacteria if there is any, and I'm sure there is. So okay, let's see. I'm just gonna go for it, guys. Actually, let me put the chain inside so I can hold the bag a little bit better. So let me just pull this. I'm going to plop this in, just because I don't want it all in the way. Okay, I just feel like it's easier for me to handle this way. I'm not used to this setup. I'm usually standing when I talk to you guys, but I'm like sitting on the floor. Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh. Ooh. That's kind of gross. Okay. You know what I was most worried about? It was the bottom of the bag, because one of my colleagues at work, I was talking about, she's one of the very few people I confide in about my designer handbag obsession, and she secretly harbors that obsession also. I would have never guessed. She does not look like the type at all, although I don't know if there's a type. But we wound up sharing the same obsession, and ew, guys, look at that. And I told her about, this beautiful pre-loved vintage Chanel that I bought, and she said to me, I said, I want to do an antibacterial cleanse, of course, and I ordered these products. I hope it goes well. And she said to me, oh gosh, who knows where that bag has been? What if the previous owner put it on the floor of the bathroom? Like, some people do that. I do not do that. I never hang my, I never place my bags on the bathroom floor, like the public bathrooms, ever. But then I got freaked out when she said that, so I want to clean the bottom really well. even if, you know, sometimes you go into a public bathroom and the stall is, what am I saying? I have to focus on what I'm doing. The stall has those hooks in the back of the door, but sometimes those hooks are broken off or it's missing. And in those cases, literally, I would just wear my purse on me while I am taking care of business, if you know what I mean. I will not put my bag down anywhere. Okay. Oh gosh. I hope this can't be the leather. It must, yeah, it's just from dirt or grime or whatever, I don't know, dust even. I'm sure at some point, the more I do this, it will stop. Yeah, it's getting lighter and lighter, so it's not like it's going to be this dirty forever. If I keep wiping it, it'll keep getting cleaned up. So I am going to use my own cotton pads now. These are just Sephora cotton pads. I love these for my face, for when I need to use my oil cleanser to remove my makeup. Wait, is this the right one? Yeah, okay. Oops, it got on my hand. I did notice that on the box, the shipping box, it said water-based cleaning products, so I feel better about that, knowing that they're water-based and they are getting, you know, I'm spraying my hands, I'm handling it without any gloves or anything like that. I don't know what this is. It's kind of like, yeah, it's black or greenish color. I don't know. Guys, I'm getting grossed out. I am not meant... Okay, I'm just going to spray it on the bag. Fingers crossed. Holy cow. That's really scary. I figure this part here is probably dirty because you go in and out of it with hands and your hands are not always clean. Who knows? Maybe the previous owner was like super OCD and kept it clean, but still, after 20 years, you're going to find stuff. So, you know what? I don't like the look of it when you spray it directly on. You see here, I think it's like overly saturated, so I'm going to just keep spraying the cotton pad only and use it that way. I'm just a little bit nervous about spraying it directly onto the leather. So I'm going to go back to this approach, but at least I tried it. I feel like I'll always try something once and then hope that I don't regret it. So just sort of spread it out, the back, to the bottom one more time, the corners. And then I did this corner, let me do the other side. I don't know, it's very satisfying actually. It's actually very satisfying knowing that I'm doing it myself and I'm just taking care of it, and I could see the dirt coming off. I guess if I sent it to the leather surgeons, it would also be very satisfying to see it come back looking better, but I wouldn't have the satisfaction of, I don't know, going through the process and just kind of, it's like, I used to have a cleaning lady. I know that sounds so like, ooh, fancy. No, I just had 2 kids under the age of 2 because my kids are 20 months apart, and I was exhausted working full-time, and I couldn't manage to clean my apartment here in New York. It's not even a huge house, it's an apartment in New York City, but I couldn't get myself, I don't know, I just didn't have the energy or the time. So I hired a cleaning lady. She was absolutely lovely. She worked with us for a long time. She basically she helped me a lot by removing that sort of chore of having to clean. But now that I clean the apartment on my own, I have that satisfaction of seeing the place get clean, you know, the before and after. I don't know, maybe that's just weird, but I do like, it's not like I enjoy cleaning, but I like seeing the progress. And that's how I feel right now. See all that? Ugh, this is so gross. It's gross, but it's normal. I bet if I did this with every one of my bags, this would happen, just because, I don't know, our hands are dirty. Our phones are disgusting. I've heard that you're not supposed to spray anything on the screen of your phone. Like, I have an iPhone, and my husband's like, no, don't do that. But I don't care if it ruins the screen. I always, like, once a week, I spray it down with what is that called? It's like a kid-friendly, almost all-natural, antibacterial type of cleaner. I used to use it on my kids' high chair and toys. The name's gonna, Baby Ganix. It's called Baby Ganix. So I spray that on my phone screen, and then I basically take a paper towel and I use the leftover of the spray, the cleaner, and basically wipe down the front, the back, the sides, the case, everything. Because I know, as I'm on the subway a lot and I'm using the computer, I'm touching keyboards at work, I'm just touching a lot of things, and no matter how OCD I am and how often I wash my hands, there are germs. There are definitely germs. So, as I'm rambling, I'm just talking because otherwise it'd be kind of boring to just do this. So I'm doing the chain as well because I saw on the reviews of the leather surgeons that they are actually able to remove the leather from take it apart, the leather from the chain, and then clean it and put it back in. Obviously, I don't know how to do that. I don't think I should do that on my own. But that made me think the chain probably needs cleaning if they have a whole separate process. And it's turning out to be absolutely true because look, this is just from the chain. Ugh. Okay, let me adjust because, ow! I'm sitting Indian style and I'm getting like a major foot cramp. Okay, I don't think I would be brave enough to do this on my own. It's only because of you guys, and I know you're on the other side of the screen anxiously anticipating and watching, and I feel like I'm not alone when I'm making these videos for you guys. It's also for me, it's very, I don't know, fun and therapeutic in a way to share my love of these designer items. Okay, so little by little, I kind of feel like it's definitely getting cleaner, and it feels actually, I wish you guys could feel this. I know I had said in my video when I revealed this that the lambskin is so super buttery soft, and it was, but it feels even softer, like a thin layer of grime has been removed, and now my hand can actually touch the pure virgin lambskin. Yeah, it feels much nicer. I don't see a difference like to the eye. It's probably a tiny bit wet. I didn't overly saturate it, but it's probably a tiny bit wet, so it may look a little bit shinier or darker, but otherwise I think it's identical to how it was before, just it feels nicer, and I have the peace of mind that hopefully the majority, if not all, the majority of the germs have been removed. I'm going to swipe the bottom one more time with a freshly sprayed cotton pad just to see. Oh yeah, okay, this is pretty dirty. I just have to keep going over it, over it, over it. So, I'm doing the sides, I'm doing this. How long am I supposed to do this for? I can tell from my camera that it's been already 24 minutes. Okay, look. It's getting lighter. Okay, so it is getting better. I will keep doing this. And then I wanted to also show you guys um, the hydration, because that's supposed to help with removing faint scratches. And I do want to do the Dermo Protect as well, since as I'm going through this, I'm realizing I probably am not going to send this out to the leather surgeons unless at some point in the future I really need to. I think I'm fine with this sort of do-it-yourself approach at the moment. And there's nothing really pressing, like no major issues with the bag that I want to get addressed professionally. So let me just open this up. What's the easiest way to do this? Oh, whoops. Okay, here it is. So I just want to clean this part of the chain too, because it was tucked in earlier and I didn't get to properly clean these chains here. And of course I will wash my hands 5 times with antibacterial soap before I go to sleep. Hopefully before the ball drops. It's now almost 11:30, and I live far enough away from Times Square that I shouldn't hear too much of a ruckus. My husband and I, before the kids were born, we used to live in Midtown, and we were about 8 blocks away from Times Square, 7 or 8 blocks. And you guys, for those years that we were living there, we didn't even have to go anywhere, because as soon as the ball dropped, you could hear, first of all, you could hear the countdown even before the ball drops. So it would be like 3, 2, 1, Happy New Year, and then like all the horns and the whistling, and we could hear it like as if they were right next door. From our balcony, you could hear everything. So we were young then. It was fun. It was funny. Now I'm older. I have kids. I'm tired. I don't want to hear that ruckus right this second. So we'll see if you guys stay on camera with me until midnight, which I don't think this should go for another half an hour. I can't imagine you guys want to see me doing this for half an hour. But look at this. Look how much I've done so far. Oh my goodness. So just do a little bit more. Okay, I'm just going to use all of these up, and then I will let it sit to dry out, and then maybe I'll have a part 2 video doing the hydration, and then also the Dermo Protect, so that it's protected from stains. I'm not so worried about that because it's a black bag, but you never know. And then I think it also protects the bag a bit from scratches, and since this is a lambskin bag, I guess I have to be a little bit mindful. I don't want to baby it though. I bought it to enjoy it and to use it, so I don't want to fuss over it too much. So if you guys have a vintage Chanel bag, or even if it's not vintage, if it's newer but you've had it for a while, or you bought it on the secondhand market pre-loved and it's a couple years old, or you just don't know where it's been, I think this is a really affordable, easy way to give yourself the peace of mind that you're cleaning it and you're taking care of the leather. And these products, especially the hydration and the Dermo Protect, I can, as long as I don't run out, I can use it more than once. I could also use the Antibacterial Cleanse and also that sensitive cleanse more than once. I can use it, every couple of months. It's probably excessive. I'd probably use it maybe once or twice a year. Let me clean the inside too. And this way, I know I'm not walking around with a germy bag. Oh, so the inside's not that interesting. The inside's not that dirty at all. So let me do the inside all the way inside, the lining. I imagine this is roughly, in terms of the cleaning process, roughly, I don't want to be insulting, roughly what the leather surgeons do. They probably, if they just do the standard cleaning, they must have some product that they use to swipe it all down. But it's interesting to see that the inside is not bad. I mean, you still see a little bit of that grime. It's like it's more gray, whereas the outside of the bag was there's just more buildup. Probably from rubbing against edges and being placed, who knows, on airplanes, at clubs, I don't know, restaurants and bathrooms. I really hope not, but let's be realistic. And if this person who owned it was from New York like me, maybe she put them on subways and buses, like public transport, not unthinkable. So let me just use the chain to hold this up, because I feel like when I hold it here like this, I'm smushing the quilts down even more, and I don't like that. So I'm gonna hold it by the chain. Okay, so it's getting better, because this is probably now like the third or fourth time I'm swiping the bottom of the bag, and there's not as much coming out as before. And I apologize, I think I have bumped into the camera at least once or twice already. And it's, again, because I'm sitting on the floor and I'm not used to this setup. Okay, let me get inside. Oh, this was for me to stay on this piece of paper and not on my floor here. Okay. I do want to get on the inside here. I don't know if anyone has used the inside of the flap, but just in case, I do want to get on the inside. Oh my gosh. Now, is that the leather, or is that, like, somebody put something in there? I don't know. Oh, okay. So after that, there's not much. So, okay. Alright. So, I'm going to keep doing this for a little bit longer, and I think I can see a little bit better if I just look closely versus me looking through the camera. So, I am going to end the video and just give the bag a few more swipes, and yeah, I'll do part 2 and maybe part 3 with the other products. I do hope this was interesting and helpful to you guys. I will say that as far as I can tell right now, it has not damaged the bag whatsoever. The leather, I mean, again, I'll have to wait and see when it's fully dry, but it's pretty dry. I don't feel any wetness. It actually feels smoother, softer, and it looks a little bit more, like a tiny bit shinier, whereas before it was a little bit more matte. But hey, I could be making this up. I don't know. But I did enjoy this process. It was kind of relaxing and very satisfying to go through. So if you have any hesitations and you were planning to use cleaning products from the Handbag Spa, then I don't think you need to worry. At least with the Antibacterial Cleanse on the Chanel Lambskin, it seems to work perfectly fine. And then this is an even more sensitive cleanse, so I think it's going to be absolutely fine. If I run out of the antibacterial, I will use this in the future, or maybe I will use that on some other bags. And then the Dermo Protect and the Hydrate, I will make a separate video so you can see how that works out as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I would appreciate a thumbs up. I wish you all a happy new year, because in just 20 minutes or so, it's going to be 2020. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.